Hey everybody, it's me, JTJ, and I'm coming at you with another review of King of the Hill Revival Season 14, Episode 9. And let me tell you, this is quite an episode. But we'll get into that a little bit later. First off, let's talk about who directed this episode. It was directed by Samantha Arnett. And as per usual, it was supervised, directed by Wesley Archer. And this episode was written by Stephanie M. Johnson, Marcelina Chavera, Sam Fishhill, and it was story edited by Jeremy Hashu. And it was developed by Salden K. Patterson. And as per usual, it was created by Mike Judge and Greg Daniels. Also, I want to point out that this episode had the guest star of Finn Wolfhard in it. I believe he played GH. Yes. So let's get into it. This episode is about Hank joining this weird men's group retreat with his half-brother GH, aka Good Hank. By the way, not gonna lie, that's a pretty fucked up name. If I was given a name like that, I'd probably have changed it first chance I got. Just saying, I'm not a dick. I wouldn't want to keep that name. I would have even begged my mother to get rid of it. But I'm pretty sure we all know how Dee Dee was. So she probably would have either done it or not done it. But she was clearly being pushed around by GH in this episode until Hank taught to GH how to respect women, which was an interesting theme of this episode. So GH was clearly just a teenager who was on his phone, and Hank and GH, and surprisingly, Hank's Japanese half-brother, whose name I have a hard time pronouncing, I might as well just call him what Cotton called him.
So nice to meet you, Judge Hello.
Yeah, I'm not gonna call him that though. That's just, I'm a true fan, and if I can't pronounce the name, I might as well not say it until I can learn how to say it right. Anyway, so yeah, Hank gets a settlement of $1,000 as well as his other brothers, which there's only 3 of them, only 3 Hills, until we find out if that other guy is a Hill, which a lot of people have theorized is a Hill. Even I have to agree with that theory. He looks strikingly just like Hank and acts just like Hank. And we all know how many women Cotton's been with.
273.
But anyway, there's also this side story, which was not as entertaining because, let's be honest, we all wanted to see what happened with GH and all that, ever since the show ended. And the last time we saw GH, he was a baby on King of the Hill. And not much was shown of him after a certain point. Not much was shown of Dee Dee either, but I think we all know she was not much of a character. I mean, she was funny because, she was stupid and did whatever Cotton told her to do up until the point that she, I guess, married a wrestler, which I guess according to this episode, that marriage didn't last long because she wanted GH to have a positive male role model in his life, and clearly there was no stepdad to fill that role. And Bill kind of hits on her at the end, just pointing that out as a small spoiler. But anyway, there's also this side story where Peggy is having trouble, getting her MRI done, and it's because she's afraid of small spaces, and she's having trouble spending time with Bobby because Bobby's always so busy with his restaurant and his cooking stuff. And you also discover that Bobby and Joseph play this game with pencils, which I want to try out now because it looks like fun as fuck. But anyway, yeah, it was kind of a fun episode, not gonna lie. I hope they make more episodes like this with the next upcoming season, and I still have one more episode left to do, so that's gonna be fun. But what would I rate this episode? I think I'll rate it a 9. Yeah, a solid 9. I liked this episode. I'm probably gonna get crapped on for liking it, but I like this episode. And you don't really hear much of Dale talking in this one, so it gets some bonus points for that. Sadly, no, you do get a little bit of taste of how Dale was in the original series, so I give it some points for that. But any points that I give for Dale doing what Dale would normally do would be kind of not as good because his voice still sounds off, and I feel they could have done better with his voice. I feel Toby Husk, who I believe was the voice of that announcer guy, needs to channel him doing that announcer guy's voice, assuming he was the one that did it. I feel it was Toby Husk. I swear I saw it on IMDb that he did the voice of that guy, but it could have been Johnny Hardwick, and I somehow remembered it wrong. But Cotton Hill's voice sounded close to Dale's voice, didn't it? You would think he would get it right. You know, I'm just saying he got Cotton Hill's voice right in the episode because you see a flashback of Cotton. But anyway, till next time, stay tight.